Hello, hello, and welcome back as I struggle to recover from the savage onslaught of some salty seamen down in the sodden sumps of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. And normally, if I said the words savage onslaught of salty seamen, I'd definitely be setting up some sort of bukkake joke, but for once, I'm actually not making a crack about porn. Which probably has me more confused than you do. I don't know how to behave when I set up a line like that and then don't follow through with the porn joke. It's like it's Wacky Wednesday around here or something. Which makes absolutely no sense because I'm recording this on a Tuesday. Specifically Tuesday, April 5th, which is the same day that saw the release of new game Enter the Gungeon, which I really sort of want to get back to playing. So you know what? Forgive me if I rush a little bit, but Enter the Gungeon is real good. It's real fun. So I say I hurry up, get a team together, and get through this so I can get back to playing Enter the Gungeon. Though apparently, I guess, just from a buying standpoint, tip for all you developers out there, if you want to sell Perfidious Pete a copy of your latest release, just put the word Ungin in the title. I'll buy anything with Ungin in it. Frisk the Fungin, bash the Bungin, meet the Mungin, it doesn't matter. I'll buy it. Though, meet the Mungin makes it sound like I've sort of worked my way back to a porn joke. Just circle of life, I guess. Alright, let's take a look and see what's on the old menu for today. Any boss bashing? I really want to go kill the inchoate flesh, but still nothing in the Warrens. Short veteran, we already have one of those. We could go take a swing at the hag, which is interesting, but I'm not a huge fan of the Berserk mask. It's okay, but if it had anything other than speed, I might be more inclined. Book of Holiness is not terrible. The Rampart Shield is quite good, and we do need deeds. 100% of rune battles in a medium dungeon. That's, that's a potential candidate. Though I think we kind of need to go with some lower level troopers. Can we even put together a low level team? We really need to get this abomination through a dungeon at some point. Are we going to be able to do that, though? What if we did Abomination, Gravedigger, Occultist? We could do this. Abomination, Gravedigger, Occultist, Antiquarian. Plus, that would give us the added benefit of taking... there's an Abomination-only piece of gear. Yeah, all right, that's what we're going to do then. All right, Alex Olson, let's get you, Mr. Swamp Thing, down in the dungeon and ready to work. I mean, we're going to have to put Silver Sable in the number 2 slot. How are your skills from number 2? I mean, everything except Poison Dart is fine. I guess we'll swap that out for Toxin Trickery since we're unlikely to be able to take advantage of that. It should be okay. Do we want to take Natasha Romanoff or do we want to take Anna Kravinoff? They have they're basically fungible. Let's just take Natasha Romanoff, that's fine. And then we'll have Jericho. You know what? Why don't we move? All your shit works from the 3rd slot, right? Basically everything you have works from every slot. Oh, I made a Black Widow joke. It all works in every set because she's a girl. It's not funny. It's actually sexist and awful is what it is. If you're going to make fun of Black Widow, make fun of Black Widow for the right reason. The fact that she's an Avenger and yet just... all she has is a gun. That's her only weapon. That's the reason to make fun of Black Widow. Make fun of her because she has shitty powers, not because she's a girl. Why did I come to the guild? Oh, we have some training to do, right. Brother Voodoo here has all the wrong skills. Hands from the Abyss is terrible. Demon's Pull is shit. Vulnerability Hex is quite good, just not necessarily with this particular party. I may swap that out for Hands from the Abyss, which is... it only works from the front 2 slots. Never mind. What about Demon's Pull? It clears all enemy corpses. We might roll with that. Weakening Curse is alright. Sacrificial Stab only works out of the 3rd slot, huh? Well, let's give you Sacrificial Stab. Yeah, well, let's just upgrade all your shit here while we're at it. I'm going to spend a lot of money here on Brother Voodoo. But that's okay. We're about to take an Antiquarian into the dungeon. We're taking the Black Widow down. She's going to come forth with the loot. We're also going to upgrade her skills because we are spending some money here, but not a lot of money. Festering Vapors, sure. Fortifying Vapors, why not? Invigorating Vapors. Protect Me. Flash Powder. I don't even know. What other skill are you even using, Black Widow? You're using Get Down. Alright, well, I mean, Black Widow does know how to dance. You got to give her that much credit. Black Widow. She can cut a rug. She will get down. Get down. Get down, get down. Silver Sable's already upgraded. The Abomination, actually, I don't think we can upgrade. So Alex Olson's going to be leading the charge here with some substandard skills. Yep, he sure is. That's all right, though. He's the Swamp Thing. I rely on him to get it done. Let's take a look at our trinkets. I know we have some Abomination-only shit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that Restraining Padlock. That seems real good. And plus 15 Virtue Chance. I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not great. Can we do anything better than that? Plus 5 accuracy to melee skills is not terrible. We could give him bonus protection and extra. No, he takes extra stress for that. I'm not a fan. There we go. Warrior's Bracer. Plus 15 damage to melee skills, minus 4 dodge. Suits me. Silver Sable. We should probably give you something. Do we have any Gravedigger only stuff up here? No. We have nothing that's Gravedigger only? Really? Okay. I'm actually a little confounded by that. I would have expected us to have at least one Gravedigger only item. Whose head is this? Judea's head. No, you know, we don't, we're going to unequip all trinkets, which does mean, yes, I have to go back and re-equip the trinkets for my Abomination. That's fine, though. We need to get some other stuff, and his will be easy to find. So, there we go. Sorted. Silver Sable. You don't have many melee skills, so giving you bonus damage to melee skills is probably not that useful. Dismas's head. You're taking extra stress damage from that, and you're already kind of freaked out. Bonus protection for extra stress. Penalty to stress is good. Oh, here we go. A sun ring. Yeah, let's do that. Anything else we could give you? That only works in the dark, which is shit. Bonus trap, disarm, bonus scouting. Not terrible for a grave robber. Bonus heal skills, not useful at all. Bonus damage versus humans. Bonus damage versus eldritch. Could just give you bonus to accuracy to melee skills. That seems completely useless. You know what? Yeah, it's fine. Just take that. That's good. This is why I don't do the trinket thing every single mission, because it gets real irritating. All right, Antiquarian. We're going to give you the Antiquarian only thing. And a Calming Crystal actually would not be terrible, but we do have this plus 50% heal thing. Let's roll with that. Brother Voodoo, what are we going to give you? I'm pretty sure we don't have a single occultist only item, but we do have a big healing item, right? Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Plus 30 to heal skills. You're going to take some bonus stress for that, so you know what? Let's just give you the Book of Sanity. We'll offset that stress, and now you just have a big heal bonus. It's good. I like it. I'm comfortable with this. Let's provision the team. What disease have you got, Silver Sable? The Red Plague. Well, I mean, that's horrible for you, actually, but we don't really have a whole lot of other options. So you're not going to be criticaling. That's the long and the short of it. It's no criticals for Silver Sable. I say critical. Yeah, Silver Sable was never going to be a critical success anyway. And I mean that from both, like, as in a critique standpoint, as in a critical success with, like, favored of the critics. And also in that it, you know, succeeded as in, like, a D&D style critical hit kind of critical. It was never going to be good because Silver Sable is pointless. I mean, she's got no backstory. She's like the least interesting Marvel character of all time. She really just is sort of an also-ran. Silver Sable was always meant to be just like, oh, I'm also a superhero. She was always a filler character. She was never a star. We all know this. It's known. Silver Sable should never have had her own magazine. Do I want to backtrack these two rooms now? Or wager that... I'm going to wager that we will not find anything in there. We found a map. Alright, so we got quite a bit of scouting. This double curio thing has me a little trepidatious, however. I'm going to gamble that we won't wind up having to backtrack through the entirety of the dungeon to go see what's in those rooms. The game wouldn't do that to me. You wouldn't do that to me, game. Come on, me, Perfidious Pete, on a day when I'm in a hurry to go do literally anything other than play this. You wouldn't do that to me, right? So yeah, we're going to get some stress damage here. Despite the fact that we're giving bonus stress damage, or giving like a penalty to the actual damage we're doing by transforming. We're reducing quite a bit of that extra stress. Beautiful shot. Silver Sable straight up with the kill. Critical scored despite the penalty to critical. And we're just going to have Black Widow take out that maggot. Get wrecked, maggot.
Remind yourself that
So we did take 18 aggregate stress as a group, though, just for transforming, which I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, that's fine. Black Widow always got to rob somebody else's purse. She's like, but Pete, it's Prada. How can I not look? Something's going on the floor. I am definitely taking this sapphire. What are we getting rid of? Because I am getting rid of something. This is 1,000 gold. Somebody drink some holy water. Here you go. Why do you have a debuff? Yeah, here, drink this. This will fix that. We'll just drink up the old holy water. Nom, nom, nom. Although, you know, the guy is an abomination. Probably having him drink a holy water is, like, extra blasphemous. Somewhere the Pope just shat his own robe. He's like, holy shit, Pete just had the goddamn abomination drink holy... Oh, he's going to double hell for that one. He goes to the extra special hell for people that talk at the theater. I have a tendency to gab at the movies. Mostly when they're bad and I'm making fun of them, but, you know, I'm not innocent of that. You know what? I'm going to go for a Demon's Pull and see if we can pull this Arbalest to the front. Perfect. And then we're going to have old Swamp Thing take a poke at him here. Oh, yeah, you're going to get poked by the Swamp Thing. It's going to happen. Don't worry.
As the fiend falls,
Oh boy will fuck a tree. He'll fuck you.
blossoms.
Actually, there was a lot of weird shit that the Swamp Thing had sex with, now that I think of it. That was sort of like a running theme in Swamp Thing, is so that Swamp Thing was always boning something that was horrifically inappropriate for him to be boning. Human females, like some kind of weird sentient planet. I'm gonna go ahead and pick to the face. Man, Silver Sable is doing some hellacious damage. Let's go for the Fortifying Vapors. We get a 2-point heal out of that despite having a massive bonus to our heals. We got a huge bonus to heal. Both of those characters have significant bonuses to their heals, and they did a combined double heal for fucking 3. That's solid work, folks. Well, 4 critical is better. We're taking more stress here because of the transformation. Let's just go ahead and kill that guy before he gets to swing again and undoes the 7 damage worth of health that we recovered.
Triumphant pride
2 citrines is 500 gold. That's not terrible. It's too early to camp. We're going to have to throw this on the floor. I'm also not going to investigate this. You know, it's going to be heirlooms. Either we'll take them or we won't. Well, I'm going to take the gold. I really need crests, though. Alright, bandage, so long. Shouldn't even have bought it. That was, turns out to be a bad investment. You know me, I'm all about throwing good money after bad. Thank God we can get rid of one of these fucking pieces of junk. Alright, so we picked up a little extra inventory space. Grave Digger Shoveling's going to come in handy. Silver Sable, she's dug a grave or two, because let's face it, the Wild Pack, as unimpressive as Silver Sable is, the Wild Pack, even less impressive. I mean, they're basically just guys with guns. They're not even have the assassin training of Natasha Romanoff. They're just like some homeless people that Silver Sable shanghaied off the streets of New York. She's like, hey man, you wanna be in my mercenary army? And the homeless guy's like, what's in it for me? She's like, I give you half of a ham sandwich. Homeless guy was like, well, I mean, that seems like a real shitty deal, putting my life on the line for a fucking ham sandwich. But then again, I don't have a whole lot of options. I really feel like you're taking a serious advantage of me here, Silver Sable. I'm not really equipped to fight Galactus. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I don't know much about fighting. I'm, you know, may or may not have a mental illness, and you're going to take me into... Fine, just give me the sandwich. Let's go do this. That's how every single one of Silver Sable's recruitment speeches have ever gone. I'm actually sort of pleased with how the Abomination is working thus far. He does do stress damage, which again, I mean, that's bad, given everybody's stress. This is shitty. But if you take him on longer missions, where he's going to have an opportunity to undo some of that by camping, you know, yeah, ooh, oh, man, Silver Sable is fucking holding shit down. She's doing good work here. But maybe you just need to give him an opportunity to offset some of his terribleness with a camp. We should heal somebody because we can't do anything else. I really got to remember to change Brother Voodoo's skills, too. All right, let's patch up Silver Sable. Yeah, fantastic. That's a net loss. It's basically a break even. Swamp Thing is bleeding. He's fucking sentient plant matter. How is the guy bleeding? That makes no sense whatsoever. He's bleeding twice. He actually has quite a bleed on him. Well, let's make it 3 times. Jericho Drum, your healing is very fucking unimpressive, sir. You're making me a little bit salty here. You're bringing tiny, tiny, pathetic heals to the party when we need something a little more damaging. Alright, so Swamp Thing at least got 3 of his stress back. Let's take everything. The busts, actually, I will leave. I would much rather have deeds than busts, so we'll abandon those. Silver Sable's going to be bleeding a little bit, but not the end of the world. Why not? Dull and uninteresting. Well, I guess we found a little bit of the 3 Detectives novels. It's not great young adult literature. Actually, that's not true. I really like the 3 Detectives. I just couldn't think of anything. The 3 Detectives was great. Jupiter Jones, heroic fat kid, super smart guy. Striking a blow for overweight people everywhere. Love that Jupiter Jones. He was like, it's like a desperately poor man's Jonah Hill. Except way better than the actual Jonah Hill. So I guess that would make him not the budget Jonah Hill, but the like, well, he'd be like the Vlieben Jonah Hill. He's like Cristal. It's only expensive because it's expensive. It's not expensive because it's good. It's just expensive because it is. Solid damage. I'm gonna eventually remember to fix Brother Voodoo's skills, although this time we did get a chance to get some damage out of it. Silver Sable with the double kill, the go-ahead. Man, Silver Sable has been rocking some shit. Gravediggers may be on my list of candidates for the other guys that don't necessarily suck all of the dicks now. Which is, you know, specifically a definitive reference to Plague Doctors, which I used to absolutely despise, and now think are among the better classes in the game. And I've got kind of a similar thing going here for the old Gravedigger. I used to very much not like Gravediggers, but I've definitely come around on Gravediggers, I think. So I got a pretty good supply of food here. Don't want to camp. I don't want to get rid of these crests. Is there anything I would throw on the floor here? Possibly. Nah, you know what? Of all the things here, the busts are the thing I would be most likely to throw on the floor, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw them on the floor. And we are going to be able to get rid of 1 more inventory slot, so that's going to free up some extra carrying room for us. A little more stress damage for Brother Voodoo. Actually, Brother Voodoo is fairly injured as well. Silver Sable with 1 kill and some solid damage as well. That lets Brother Voodoo get himself a voodoo kill. Black Widow with a nice knife to the neck. Sweet dodge from Silver. Man, Silver Sable is holding up way better than Silver Sable has any right to hold up. We're just going to have the Abomination heal himself and try and save ourselves some stress damage because all things considered, this fight's looking basically won. Do it again. Alright, so Swamp Thing is regenerating furiously, like a good plant does. That would clear all corpses, but doesn't really do us any good. Let's go ahead and actually have Brother Voodoo just heal himself. Oh, yeah, sure, Brother Voodoo, you selfish prick. You save your biggest heal for yourself? Yeah, I see how you roll. He's all about the voodoo, mon. I talk like a troll from WoW.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I'm just gonna leave the 250 gold. We basically need everything else, so we can't really discard any of our other items, although we are a little shovel heavy. I'm not gonna completely forego shovels. Looking at this dungeon layout, I'm almost convinced that one of those 2 curios is going to be the thing that we're here to look for. We're going to have to walk all the way back through the entirety of this dungeon, and I'm going to be unspeakably salty about it. The salt's going to flow. I mean, I just fought a bunch of salty seamen last episode, and you would think that after being exposed to a lot of salty seamen that I'd be quite salty, but in fact, my salt levels are relatively low. Found a map that did nothing, but I suppose that's better than taking a bunch of stress, which is the alternative. Here's our hallway fight. Looks to be in pretty good shape. That's, I think, the least damage Silver Sable has done with an attack since she's come into the dungeon. 10. And that's still pretty good. Black Widow saving us a little stress by taking out the stress unit. Do we transform here? Yeah, I think we're going to have to. Stress is getting a little bit high, especially for old Brother Voodoo back there, but we got a double kill out of that stress and 3 stress relief as well. Let's go ahead and go for the pull. Really got to remember to fix Brother Voodoo's skills at some point as well. I mean, I'm gonna say that like a dozen times too, and I'm never gonna do it. Not until like the last room of the dungeon. I'll finally remember to actually do it. 225 gold, a key, and we can take all of this. And now I'm gonna fix. Okay, Brother Voodoo, we gotta fix your skills, buddy, because they're all fucked up. We're gonna give you sacrificial stab, abyssal artillery, weird reconstruction, and demon's pull for now. And then we're gonna have you switch spots with Romanov. All of your shit works from the 4th spot, right? Literally every chunk of it. Good. Back to work then. Got a room battle in here? No. It's an empty room? Oh, room battle's in the next room. Okay. Somebody check out the, Yep, there we go.
A fortune.
Continue our antiquarian antics, making them check out every single tiny nook, cranny, and crevice. I mean, this is what we brought Black Widow in. We brought her to put her to work. We didn't bring her to fall in love with Hawkeye, even though that was never going to go. I definitely didn't bring her to fall in love with the Hulk either. Plot twist. What a twist. Hawkeye is married. M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong himself could not have come up with a better twist. Alright, Jericho Drone taking a little Eldritch pull, but resisting the move, which is the important part of that. Silver Sable is doing huge work for us here. Absolutely huge. Black Widow chipping in some trivial damage. Silver Sable with the dodge. I mean, she's everywhere we need her to be. She's dodging, she's weaving, she's ducking, she's bobbing, she's jiving, she's juking. She's like a Rip Torn movie from the early 2004 starring Vince Vaughn. She's dip, duck, diving, and dodging. She can dodge, she can dip, she can duck, she can dive, she can dodge, and she can stick a knife in your fucking neck that destroys your carotid artery and lets you bleed out on the floor, whimpering in pain. That's the other thing she can do. Black Widow, she'll fucking cut you. She'll cut a bitch, she'll leave you bleeding.
Push on to the task's end.
Except this is Silver Sable, and Black Widow's just jealous of what she's capable of. Jachirijan's charm is not terrible, but we have a couple of them already. Is there anything I would throw on the floor in favor of a Chirijan's charm? At this point, I think the answer is no. We could throw this 350 gold on the floor, but it has a chance to stack even higher. I think we're good. We've got to be getting close to the end of the road here, too, so we should consider camping. Hunger prompt is fine. We have plenty of food. Let's have the antiquarian pick up a free torch here.
Finding the stuff is only the
Another
first
little
test.
trinket as well. Oh,
must
here's
be
our...
carried
Okay,
home.
good. So there's our last corrupted altar, which has now been purified. I think we'll continue adventuring. We might as well check out these last couple rooms. Anytime I can get the antiquarian in... what's your... Okay, your trap disarm is terrible. Get a little free stress relief there if we have Silver Sable disarm that. Our security systems training finally coming in good handy. Like, oh, I know this. This is a Unix system. I know this. She also saw Jurassic Park in what is one of the least likely coincidences of all time. This is interesting. Am I equipped to deal with the Shambler? With this party, I kind of feel like the answer is fucking no. We are not well equipped to handle the Shambler. But maybe we could be. I mean, the Shambler's going to get us a ton of stress, admittedly. But our stress is actually not terrible. What kind of party buffs could we get? Okay, we could give you huge stress reduction. I mean, that's interesting, but... Bleed resist, blight resist, move resist, debuff resist. Alright, strange powders is not terrible. What have you got? Well, you should definitely encourage. It's unfortunate you can't do it to yourself. No. Unspeakable commune. Interesting, but no. Pilfer, random supply item, not useful. Remove target disease from one companion. No one is diseased. Oh, never mind. She cured her own red plague. Oh, well, good. Okay, that's excellent. Eldritch Blood. Blight, bleed, disease. You take extra stress damage, though. Ooh. What if we... Yeah. Okay, so we're going to psych you up. They're going to have you kick on the Eldritch Blood. Then I think we're going to encourage you to bump your stress back down. And with a newly fully buffed, I think maybe we tack the Shambler. I mean, we've got one time left. Can we do anything with it? We could Curious You know what? That's fine. Curious Incantation. I can't believe I'm going for the Shambler. It's not a good idea. It's objectively a terrible idea. This party is not well equipped to handle a Shambler. Unless we can just straight up bum rush him dead. What if we just go balls out, put him on the glass, and punch him in the face? Normally you don't want to say put him on the glass and punch him in the face, because then it sounds like you're trying to punch a man in the face with your junk. Which is going to be painful for both you and him. One, because you're going to, you know, smash your junk into his nose. It's going to hurt, man. I don't know what 2 is, by the way. I completely got distracted by the fighting the Shambler thing. Alright, let's just do it. I got distracted by the fighting the Shambler thing and forgot I was supposed to go up with the 2. Oh, fantastic. We got surprised and reshuffled into, like, the worst possible position. Okay, well, you're going to have to transform. So go ahead and do that. Please tell me one of your abilities moves you forward one. Oh, beautiful. Oh, and it was a critical slam. Nice work there from, yeah, that's some solid output then from the Swamp Thing. Silver Sable following it up with a big old critical of her own and some stress relief. Okay, undulating withdrawal. This is going to make the little guys, right? Okay, it did in fact make the little guys. Also gave us a shitload of stress, and we have some guys who are blighted. This is not good. It's not the end of the world, though. Do we want to heal? He's almost going to be immune to pulls, right? He's 50% resistance to move, actually. You know what? Let's just do this. It's only 4 damage, but 4 damage is 4 damage. We got to take what we can get. Comes the Clapper Claw. Brother Voodoo takes another hit and a buttload of stress. Silver Sable throws a knife in his knee. Comes the Clapper Claw again. It's all right. Swamp Thing can take it. He's a big burly bastard. I was really hoping to get a little more out of that. So you're gonna definitely heal. All right, Brother Voodoo. That was a net fucking loss in the heal department there, shit stain. Black Widow, you're not even a healer, so I mean I can't fault you too much. Comes the ululating withdrawal. Man, this blight is gonna be real problematic. Although we do have some anti-venom, so we can cure that. Another Clapper Claw, Silver Sable, no dodge this time. Man, we're really piling on the stress here. Double KO for the Swamp Thing. Solid. That's good. That's good work, though. Swamp Thing's getting it done. How blight resistant are you? Not especially. I'm going to throw some blight at this guy. Of course he resisted it. Both, yeah, doubly resisted. Fantastic. Exactly what we needed. 9 damage out of Silver Sable. Brother Jericho is swiftly killing himself. All right, well, you're going to do that. And then you've got to heal yourself, Brother Voodoo. He managed to resist the bleed for once. That's nice. This is going to make more Clapper Claws. Yeah, that's really irritating. On the plus side, most of the people resisted the blight. They're really putting the hate on Brother Voodoo here. He's getting a lot of unnecessary aggression, and we're not really making good progress towards having the Shambler be dead. Stress is also getting out of control. Alright, you gotta go for the double hit, because I need one of those Clapper Claws dead. So Silver Sable got us 4 damage. We got 29 damage to go. That's a lot of... Okay, you have got to do that. And then heal yourself. How much damage have you got coming in? Alright, Brother Voodoo is... I mean, he's still holding his own for now. Heal yourself. Good work, Brother Voodoo. I'm glad I gave you all those bonus heal abilities. Stentorious Lament is terrible for us. Just straight up terrible. Alright, and Brother Voodoo is now abusive. This is going horribly. He can't heal from the front rank either, which is a very significant problem. Comes a Clapper Claw. Silver Sable's relatively uninjured, so a Clapper Claw for Silver Sable is not the end of the world. We are going to have to slam here. Possibly let the boys be boys. We did not need a miss at all there. We really, really didn't. We really could have used a critical there as well. Another... Alright, so he's going to make more Clapper Claws. Everybody resisted the blight, which is good, except Jericho Drum is at death's door now. Fantastic. And he can't heal because fuck me, that's why. Well, you can't heal. We may as well get some damage out of you. We can try and have... I mean, we can probably keep him alive. We can buy him a turn at least. Alright, Clapperclaw is going for the Black Widow. That should not be fatal damage. Black Widow not on death's door. There's some damage out of the Swamp Thing. We're gonna take... Okay, so we've got to throw a heal at Brother Voodoo. That's what we needed. That's enough to keep him on his feet. Brother Voodoo's gonna be able to stay up. Silver Sable can still contribute from the final slot. We've almost got this. We need 9 damage, man. I need 9 damage here. You gotta give me 9 damage. Somebody, you gotta give me the 9 damage. Brother Voodoo, you gotta give me 9 damage. That would have got us 4 away from home, but also I think that... Oh, fuck. I probably should have left that Clapperclaw alive. Oh, son of a bitch. That blight. We're probably going to have a complete and total party wipe here. So this was definitively a bad idea. Yep, Alex Olsen's resolve is now tested as well. Black Widow may be going down. She may die to some deadly poison here. Silver Sable ain't exactly in good shape either. We are 1 damage short of having the Shambler killed. Well, yeah, there's no way Black Widow survives this. It's not gonna happen. Brother Voodoo is on death's door now. Brother Voodoo can't heal from where... Fine, kill the Shambler then. You're not gonna be able to heal. We're just gonna have to try and weather the storm. If we do that, we might be able to get lucky and outspeed a couple of these Clapperclaws. Nope, there goes Black Widow. I'm just fighting the Shamblers. We're gonna lose every single person on this team. Everyone is on death's door. We have 1 healer and he can't heal. This was a bad idea. Every time I fight the Shambler, I get shit on. It's not worth it. Brother Voodoo though, using his zombie-like tenacity to hold on for dear life. All right. Well, I mean, that could have gone worse. We did lose our antiquarian, but... What did we get out of it? The Ancestor's Scroll. This is what we got? This terrible, terrific piece of shit is what we... Yeah, I'm real salty about that, actually. Very, very salty. This is garbage. This is straight up garbage. You take extra stress damage, it's real bad. It's real bad. So yeah, we're done. Quest complete. And that's probably my last Shambler fight. It's not worthwhile to fight the Shambler. He's too hard. All he does is make those goddamn Clapperclaws, and you just can't deal with them fast enough because their protection stat is too high. They don't take enough damage. I'm feeling quite salty. Quite salty. Black Widow is dead, but, I mean, should we be surprised that Black Widow is dead? I mean, she is Black Widow. She faces off against some of the greatest threats in the known comics universe, and all she does is have a gun. And, okay, Swamp Thing is a drunk. Perfectly appropriate, I suppose. So, Black Widow's gonna go down to the old boneyard. Jean Grey. Oh, Jean Grey engaged in a pleasure to the flesh and recovered 65 stress. So, you know what she was doing. Cheating on Cyclops with the old Wolverine. Oh yeah, she took a ride on the Logan Express. She went on Logan's Run. Yeah, they fucked, that's what I'm saying. Wade Wilson gambled and recovered 69 stress. Of course he did, 69, yeah. Betsy Braddock engaged in flagellation and recovered 81 stress and is no longer masochistic. So masochistic makes you only flagellate for stress relief, but she did it. She beat herself free of her desire to suffer. You know, I beat my longing for suffering right out of myself. John Constantine lost us 1,000 gold. Fantastic. Brilliant. Yeah, so Mercedes Knight is still missing, okay? My guess is she's probably looking for a bionic arm somewhere. Still, all things considered, fighting a Shambler, I mean, I suppose that could have gone worse. All we really lost was a rank 1 antiquarian whom we could pretty readily replace. Although, honestly, I don't think I am going to replace her. I don't think I want multiple antiquarians. I think 1 is probably enough. If I could get something to go on this low-level team, what would that thing be? I really kind of feel like we just need a 3rd guy for this. I mean, Jericho Drum, say what you want. I mean, his heals were not spectacular, but they were semi-adequate. Silver Sable was just straight up good. And our Abomination didn't do well, but I suppose did okay. Is the Arbalest religious at all? She's a dud hitter, and that's a terrible combination of skills. An Arbalest would actually be a good complement to this little 3-man band down here. I think we'll just, you know what? I kind of do want an Arbalest to go with this group, assuming an Arbalest is not religious and will join an Abomination. I mean, there's an easy way to test this. We can just do this. Let's see if we can put Alex Olson and Ghetto Hawkeye here up in the same party. Kathy Bishop, are you down with that? No. All right. So Kathy Bishop won't join a party with him because he's small. I don't know whether or not she'll do it because he's religious. Well, we could also do this. What if we just hire you?
Shoot, bandage, and pillage.
Well, don't get too excited, Mr. Narrator, because if that person, I mean, they're literally fired regardless of what else happens. This person is getting shit canned. I just want to see if they'll go in a party with an Abomination. They will. All right, so we definitely want an Arbalest. We just don't want this one because Claustrophobia and Dud Hitter both suck dick. So you're still fired, by the way. Let's just get the fuck out. You're still fired. We will replace her with another Arbalest in the future. But for now, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. That was also the cruelest hiring and firing of all time. I brought in somebody, I'm like, hey, welcome aboard. Here's your pink slip. Get the fuck out. That's great. I'm a fantastic employer. People are going to really want to work for me. We should probably do some stress relief, too. James Harper. We got 3 people who are freaked right to shit out. We've got the Guardian, Silver Sable, and Jericho Drum, who all need a little something something. You will only visit the brothel. Okay, fine. Here you go, Voodoo Man. Why don't you go get you a nice little Voodoo gal. Don't get punched like Ralph either, Voodoo Man. It's a reference to the 1952, I think, eponymous classic Voodoo Man, starring Lon Chaney Jr. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and you know, I'd say don't, but it's actually not that bad. If you like bad movies, maybe check out Voodoo Man. If you can see the Rift Tracks version of Voodoo Man, do yourself a favor and do watch that, because it's actually pretty good. Silver Sable does not give a single shit what she does for stress relief, so we're just going to go on the cheap route for her. Chuck her in the cloister. And the Guardian is obsessed with sainthood. Well, that's good. Let's have you go pray then. Maybe you'll get a vision. A saintly visitation shall rise upon you, and rest shall come to your weary soul. And I'm going to wrap this one up. Rest my weary soul. I'm going to go play some more Enter the Gungeon. Can't recommend it enough. Game is real good. It's real good. Gungeons, Darkest Dungeons, Entering Darkest Dungeon, I guess. Enter the Darkest Gungeon? Enter the Darkest Gungeon. That's the mashup game I've been longing for and just didn't realize until right now. If you enjoyed this episode, though, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more hurrying through this so I can go play more Enter the Gungeon on a regular basis, well, consider subscribing because Enter the Gungeon is real good. Going to be playing a lot of it in the very near future. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Assuming I'm not too busy playing Enter the Gungeon.